Hi everyone. Welcome back to In Between Cuts. I'm your host Angelica and
I'm Leo.
Leo.
I'm your co-host Leo.
Yes.
Officially. Wait,
So
cheers to that,
cheers to
actually.
that. Officially,
Officially a co-host.
last week after we recorded, I sat down and I was like, Leo, I don't think I can do this without you.
I don't think I can do this without you, baby.
I don't think I can. And I said, you know what? I think fate has brought us this far for this. We were meant to like do this together.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. So I hope you guys enjoy what's coming up next. We're gonna have just a bunch of Leo and Angelica adventures.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
I think we have a bunch of things planned out,
Yeah,
so
yeah. It's
you
always
guys gotta stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. And I just think that because we've known each other for so long, we flow very like natural and organic at any setting, to be honest.
Yeah.
Como que sabemos cuando like do too much and not do too much, you
or
know?
like if somebody's doing too much, you're like
Yeah.
get that.
It's like
get it together.
Like right here, we just like no.
You're little,
Yeah.
you know, and they're like, oh, okay, you know.
Exactly like that. So for today's episode, we're basically just gonna tell you guys about us and who we are. My name's Angelica and I'm 22. My social security.
I'm cracking. I was like, oh.
I'm 22. I'm Ecuadorian. I've lived in Minnesota for probably like 15, 16 years now, probably more. But yeah, I've been here for a while, and once I turned like the appropriate age of, getting a job, I ended up at Chipotle, and that's where I met this guy, this fellow, this lady.
Yeah. So my name is Leo. I am originally from California. I moved here to Minnesota. I'm 20-something years old.
Yeah.
I'm a Virgo. I don't know if that matters. And yeah, we did meet at Chipotle. What?
When I was like 16, 2016,
So like
17-ish, maybe 2018.
so
I want to say 2018. Yeah.
so like what, 6-7 years now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a ride.
Yeah,
We
actually.
actually kind of fell off for a couple years.
Yeah, I feel like we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After
We never like fell off, but we just kind of like didn't really talk.
Yeah.
We've always had each other like on socials
Yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And so then I actually don't even know why,
Yeah.
like, or what brought us back together.
I remember what brought us back
Oh.
together. I remember what
We
like
didn't discuss this.
I remember what set
This
us
was
apart.
not in our notes.
Actually, I did know. So initially, I think it was just you left Chipotle, and I was just left there all on my own.
A lone
I had
wolf.
no purpose anymore, so I ended up quitting. I got a different job, and I think that's kind of where we just fell off. You were at that age where you're just doing your own thing, and I was still like in high school, so obviously like we weren't doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Eventually, what was it that one day at the Mall of America? Just
Oh,
la, 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 la.
yes,
Boom.
yes. Was I
Bump into
think,
him.
did I had just came back from Cali, no?
Maybe,
Or like, was I
maybe.
going, I don't remember, but like, we were shopping for,
Yeah.
like, I was shopping for something.
Yeah.
I was either like just coming back from California or just like, or leaving to California. But either one, like, I
Yeah.
do remember we were at the mall and we're like, oh my God, like,
We were
it's
there
been so long.
for a minute talking. Yeah.
Yeah, because we hadn't seen each other in years, so we were like trying to catch up, but we're also like, we're on a time crunch.
Yeah. I don't even this was on my era where I was going to the mall, like no joke, every weekend to get an outfit for whatever I was doing.
I'm still in that era.
Actually,
I'll
I
never
just got
leave
these
that
yesterday.
era.
I just got these yesterday.
Yeah, I'm still in that. I don't know. I like always going to the
Yeah,
mall and like
same.
shopping, and yes, I'll repeat my outfits and stuff like that, but I'm just kind of always like, oh,
Yeah.
like, I need something new to wear.
Are you more of a I need to order online and figure it out there, or I'm going to go to the store and actually buy something, try it on? Because me personally, I hate buying stuff online. So whenever I have to order my luxurious clothes from Shein, It like stresses me out knowing that it might not even fit or it might be too big, especially because the fabric sometimes. I know you don't know anything about Shein, but my experience.
No hate on Shein or anything, but I just feel like me personally, like I don't find myself like looking too much on Shein, you know, because I don't like their demographic or whatever. But no, I was for a long time. I was like, fuck no, I'm not shopping online. I hate it. I have to go to the mall. I have to like try it on, you know. And then I think I was also like bigger too. So like I was like, oh, like I don't know if it's gonna fit. But now I'm like, I'm a small, like you order that small, baby. That small's gonna fit you. But also too, like I do have a tailor lady. So like I feel like even if I get like a medium or like if I think I need a medium and like I just need to like tweak it just a little bit, like I'm like, oh, can you just tweak this real quick, and like she'll do it like next day type shit. But because I also started shopping online a lot too, because I just feel like the mall hasn't been doing it for me in a while. Like I keep going, and I'm like, it's the same thing every time, and I'm like, bro, I was just here last week, you know, and but I expect new stuff, because I feel like back then, like it was like that, you know, like you could go like 2 weekends in a row, and like the next weekend, like you're gonna find something like that they didn't have, you know.
So a lot of it has to do with the fact that e-commerce, it has become such a big thing where nobody wants to get up, especially after COVID. Like nobody wants to get up and go shopping.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever did that switch, because like even like
but I feel like that's why they're not putting out clothes like every week, you know. Because if you go to a different state like New York, dude, they're already like 3 seasons ahead of us. Like last time I was out there, I came back like 3 months later, we had gotten everything that they already got, which kind of sucks, because it's like these nicer cities are getting all the nice stuff compared to us. Like we're getting like the bottom stuff, you know, like the shit that nobody really wants.
Yeah, but also because I feel like we're in the Midwest, and there's like, you know, like
para que like wear all these teeny weeny things.
Yeah,
you know?
So it's like I feel like we're pretty. I don't know. We're not like that far behind, you know, but also like.
But we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
because like, you know, when we went to Zara, when we went to New York, you saw how everything was like. Damn, like why hasn't this like made it to Minnesota?
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. But I don't think I've ever did like that switch where like even now people don't even want to like go pick up their order at like the restaurant, you know, like they're like, oh, I'm just gonna DoorDash it, and I'm like, get traes, you know,
Bro,
like I hate DoorDashing.
I've never even used it in my life.
I used it like maybe 5 times, like, and the only 5 times is literally like when I'm at work and like
drunk
somebody.
As hell.
No, not even like I would literally like. Let's go get something to eat. Because aparte, because I feel like even when we get home, like there's nothing open at that time, you know, like after the club. So but like at work, somebody be like, hey, like you want to order something, and I'm like, I can just go get it, you know. They're like, oh no, like we can order it, and I was like, fine, you know. Or like a student, like you know, because I work at a high school. At a student will be like, oh, like, can you buy me lunch? And I'm like, sure, you know, but like, ya no quiero salir, because I'm like, I already ate, you know, so I'm like, pa que voy a salir otra vez? So I'm like, oh, I'll just DoorDash it for you. And they're like, okay. And then like, whatever. So like, I literally haven't even used it that much either.
Personally, it's just like I need to get up and do it myself. I hate feeling lazy, so ordering stuff and making it come to me, worse. And on top of that, I have a really bad habit of ordering in advance, because obviously I'm going to bring it back home, and on the way I'm going to finish it.
Oh. I thought you were going to be like, oh, it's cold or something because I ordered it so far in advance.
Okay, but that's my problem, because I think it's going to get cold by the time I get home. I'm in the car eating my food.
I can't relate that one.
This is why I got my windows tinted. Nobody can see it.
Oh, your tinted windows? Yeah.
I think it just might be like a me thing, but
really
multitasking can do it whenever I'm driving. I'll be eating and driving at the same time.
I've done it, you know, but I'm not going to like order something and then be like, trague while I'm driving, because I'm scared it's going to get cold. Like, I'll wait the 5 minutes, sis.
Okay, not 5 minutes for me. It's usually, okay, here's the thing. I only do it when I go to Hilo Diner, because it's literally across town from where I live. So I'm like, okay, I'll go get it. Now by the time I get there, it's going to be cold. The bun is going to be soggy. I'm like, I'm going to just eat it, you know?
Yeah, but even like at that point, like, bitch, I'm sitting there to eat. You know, like I'm not gonna order it and then still go home.
Yeah.
Like I'd just rather sit down and eat there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's just
or
the
park
thing.
and eat in the parking lot. Talk about some with the knee. Yeah, your license revoked. You're risking my life, and I'm scared of you.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's just like a thing. I don't know why I do that.
Really?
I think it's because I'm always in the go that I'm like, okay.
She got business.
I got places to be.
Okay.
So every time it's like, okay, I got 10 minutes. If I wait till I get there, I'm going to have 10 minutes to eat. And then by the time I like clean my teeth, I'm going to have basically 5 minutes to eat. Mm-hmm. So it's always like, fuck it, I'll just eat it now and then save those 10 minutes to clean my teeth, you know?
Yeah.
I work and I'm a barber, so having good hygiene is like
oral hygiene,
or
just hygiene in general.
Yeah, but oral hygiene, because I'm like literally in your face most of the time. It's like a big thing for me. I'm like, I'm not about to like eat a fucking Chipotle always stays on you, so I'm like, I'm not about to go eat Chipotle. Yeah, and then have it on me. And even after I brush my teeth and like clean them up, I'm to my client, I'm like, I just ate, so if you smell any food on me on my clothes.
Man, I just ate. I would have just popped a mitt, honey.
No, I do though. But that's the thing with Chipotle, because I do tend to eat more Chipotle. It stays on your clothes. So I'm like, I just ate, so you might smell like the food on my clothes, you know? Yeah. So I'm like quick to say that, because then it's like, I don't want them in there had to be thinking, damn, this bitch fucking stinks like food. You know? True.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't work that close with anybody, you know, like where I'm like, oh. Sometimes, like, if I'm, like, in a meeting or something, I'm like, oh, excuse me. Yeah. You know, like, I got my guac breath or something, you know, but they're like, oh, you're fine, you know? Like, I've never had that. I don't know.
No, I think that's just my thing.
Yeah.
I'm very self-conscious when it comes to smell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Same.
Yeah, I always have to have an extra perfume on me and just...
Like a little travel
something.
in your bag. Yep,
my friend actually put me on with these little toothbrushes.
With the little
it comes with like the paste in there too,
in the middle, right?
Yeah. Always have it on me, and I love it because
it has like a toothpick on the back. Yeah,
with these braces, Lord, to beep. When I wasn't prepared, this is a little bit like I'm being vulnerable to y'all right now. I would grab the paper towel, twist it and go up in there, because it's the only thing I had, you know, like, and reach. So I was like, this is what I got. But my homegirl put me on, and I was like,
perfect. Yeah.
Thank you. Now I know what to do, you know?
Yeah. It's because I feel like also you're just still a little grasshopper, you know? Yeah. So you like hang out with like older people and they kind of like teach you the ways, you know? And you're like,
and honestly, I'm
so
thankful. You know what a toothpick I got you?
You're like, because at that point I'm pulling a hair out of my head and I'm flossing with the hair.
At this point.
I'm so dead. But you're thankful for me because I took you under my wing. Is that what you're going to say?
Yes. I'm so grateful for like my friends who have been through more. Like they've lived life, you know? And then I get to experience it basically through them. And then from there, I get to kind of learn like, ooh, maybe don't do that. Or maybe do this, but do it differently. So it works out in your favor, you know? Yeah. Like in a good way. And then, of course, like you advise me. Like,
yeah. I was going to say, like, it's not always like you watching them. It's kind of like more like, hey, I'm in this situation. Like, what do you think? And then like, I'll be like, oh, I think, you know, like, because maybe I've been there or like, you know, and I'm like, or like I know the outcome from a different experience. And I'm like, oh, I think you should just do this. Or like, you know, and it's always going to be advice because at the end of the day, you can do whatever you want, you know? But then when you make your mistakes, don't come crying to me, baby.
That's one thing that I for sure always go back to is like, I've always been like, I'm going to just keep pushing until like you finally get it. At least to either my sister or a friend of mine, you know? And then like, I've met people who are older than me and they're like, oh, I'm going to tell you once. And that's it. Like, you're grown as fuck to understand that whatever happens after this, like, that's on you. Yeah. And low key it is, because you have to hold yourself accountable for the things that happen, you know, like you made these choices and they got you here. Why are you complaining about it, you know? Yeah. And yes, sometimes you haven't been in those waters and, you know, you might have to do a little error and, trial and error. But you're going to learn. And if you keep making it, that's on you, bro. Like,
I feel like we had this conversation too where I'm like, okay, like, I'm gonna tell you twice, y ya la tercera vez, like it's on you, baby, because like you said, you're gonna learn eventually, and if you don't learn, then bye. Don't come crying to me. You know, like I'm gonna give you one time to cry, and that's it. Like
Leo's more of a hard love. Is that what is it called?
Tough love.
Tough love.
I'm like tough love. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, because I'm not the person you come crying to. You know, like
and if you do, he's like.
No, like he tries, you know. No, but
I'm kidding, he don't hit me.
Wait, touch up your under eye makeup. It's the black eye starting to show. No, I'm kidding. But what's it called? Yeah, no, I feel like I'm not the one that you come crying to. You know, it's like I feel like once you're ready to come to me, then you'll come to me because you know you're gonna get to the truth. You know, like or you're gonna hear what you don't want to hear, but you know you need to hear.
And that's another thing. I think it's so good to have your friends who are like brutally honest with you. Like that's how you know they're real friends. Like this man has told me certain things that obviously it's not something I'm taking as like I need to fix it and do it better. It's more like a recommendation, you know? And you know what? After I did that and I like look at myself, I'm like, you know what? He was so right. Like I should be doing it this way. You know, and it's good to have those type of people because they're telling you the truth on certain things that you thought you were doing right. Whole time is like, switch it up, and that's with me going to him though, like not him telling me. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I would tell you something like you know if I see something like like que traes.
Yeah, but I think with the things that I'm like saying, I have come up to you and was like, hey, what do you think of this? And you're like, you need to do it like differently or like. Switch it up, you know?
Yeah. No, because I'm also good at like not like overstepping boundaries, you know, like if you think you're doing it right, like okay, like I have
and of course, like me too, I'm like, oh no, I like it this way. I'm gonna do it this way, you know?
Yeah. Like take it with a grain of salt. Like okay, like I'm just gonna let you know, but if you want to keep doing it, that's on you too.
Yeah.
I'm so dead. I'm thinking of a specific situation. But
I'm thinking one too. Because can you tell?
Do you want to talk about the situation?
What is it?
I don't know.
Tell me. We can talk about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, actually, I don't know what he's going to say.
I just told you.
Oh, that situation. We can talk about it.
Okay. Like a specific situation, like I've seen Angelica doing this one thing that I did not like and I did not approve of. But I'm like, pues allá ella, you know? And it was a specific heel she chose to wear when we were out in public and out at the club. And then she like, I don't even know. I kind of maybe stepped my boundaries. I'm telling you, like, never do it again because, like, get nice, you know? Because I was like, absolutely not. Like, you're not going to be embarrassing me out in public. It's about him, not me. Yeah, because, oh, no, if it was for her, she would be wearing those heels every weekend. They're so comfortable. Yes, they might be comfortable, but you can also find super cute shoes that are comfortable, you know? Yeah. So that's what I advised her. It's like, there's more shoes options out there than these.
Yeah, I guess.
What would you even call them? I don't know. I don't even want to call them any kind of shoe because I don't want to hurt your feelings either.
They're just like, basically, they're not going out shoes.
Yeah.
They're more like
I don't even know why they were invented, actually.
If anything, okay, I know why they were invented.
Oh, why?
If anything, they're more like.
Please tell me. Please.
They're more heels for. I see it more as like I'm going to a wedding wearing like a long dress, like type of heel, you know? No, that's how I see it. That's this specific heel. That's how I see it. But also, somebody told me this. A lot of the times, it has to do with the body weight. Like girls who are a little bigger tend to go towards those type of shoe because that's what they support. You know.
True, but
and
not
it's easier
always.
for them.
Yes, but not always because there's other shoes that you can use, you know. Because those specific shoes that we're talking about,
I know, but like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why they were made, you know. That's why they're a thing. But I also just think it's the style, you know. Yeah. And in the situation we're talking about, it is me wearing these shoes that probably aren't for that, wearing them to the club. Yeah. And I do see it now because I had seen pictures and I'm like,
Yeah.
You were right.
Yeah.
Like, it does not look nice from the back.
Yeah, or the
Thick
front
ass heel.
or the side.
Oh.
I just feel like
I like the front.
no, I don't, because there's other shoes that see se ven bien, you know. But I've also told her like about her shoe, like her foot and everything. I think those shoes were just kind of more specifically made for like not little girls but younger girls, like como 15, like you know, like a como
I
your
could
first
see it like
communion
that. Yeah,
or
I could
algo
see it
así,
like
like un
that.
taconcillo, you know,
Yeah.
like, and that's where I'm like, okay, like you're a young lady,
Also, you know what?
a woman now.
Yeah.
You need to step into your womanhood.
And see, this is the thing for me. The only reason why I always go back to these shoes is because my foot, the way it's shaped, it only takes that type of design on like the. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Like, bro, do you want me to? They're like.
No, because I feel like. I know, but it's like pain is like beauty is pain.
Beauty is pain,
you know?
yeah.
So like, obviously not every shoe is gonna be comfortable, you know. So like, pero te vas a tener que aguantar, you know. Like even if it's for a few hours or whatever, like even if your toes are like crunched up, but like que se te vea bien el pie, or like really nice heel, you know. Not because you want to have your toes all out and like spread out because your foot just goes like that. Yes, everybody's foot just goes like that.
Yeah.
But you need to be able to like get it together.
Yeah.
Because even just like because you know, like the pointy heels, you know, like your feet literally go like that into a basically a point, you know. And yes, they will hurt you, but also like it looks really nice.
Yeah.
You know. So you
Point of the story is your foot. It depends on your foot.
No.
Yes.
Point of the story is beauty is pain, and if you like the shoe, wear the shoe, even if it hurts your foot. And don't try. Comfort is not cute. Always.
For me, it is. For me, it is. It's so funny because we were going out one night, and he's like, "Okay, yeah, let's go." Mind this, in the beginning, I was going to go meet up with other friends, and he's like, "Hey, I'm going here." Like last minute, I'm like, "Thank God I didn't wear the shoe."
Yeah.
Not that it's like I care for his opinion like that. Like, oh my God, not like not in that sense. Not in that sense. More like oh, she's pleasing him. It's more like a. I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I mean, right?
You don't want to get bullied. You don't want to
basically get bullied, but like in a
in a nice way.
Yeah. I don't know how to explain that to people without making them think, oh, this bitch is like kissing his ass, you know?
No, but and I mean, and I wouldn't like even if you wore them again. No, even if that's why I said like even if you wore them again, like ayatu, you know, like you're the one that's gonna look ridiculous, not me, you know. Like
we went to the gay club. He goes, "This is the wrong place to wear these."
Yeah, like get thrice. I literally we went to the gay club and I was like. I said, you got thick skin out here because you thinking you're gonna wear these shoes in the gay club? Oh yeah, you're getting fried. Should not get one single compliment.
No, I got one. He was straight.
He said, "Damn little lady."
I said he liked these.
He's like, just keep your feet down, please.
What are you doing this summer?
What am I doing this summer?
Yeah, what are your plans this summer? We are officially like minus 7, 8, 9. Minus 10 days until summer begins.
Summer, yeah. So I'm like ready for summer. I don't work summers, so literally June 6th, I'm on a plane to Mexico. I'll be out there probably a month and then come back, repack, and then go to a different part of Mexico because I already had plans with my other friends. Yeah. So I'll be out there a month, come back, repack, be out there I think like a week, and I'll come back, and that's like casi like a month and a half. So I have like a month and a half to do whatever the fuck I want, and or just stay here. Yeah.
Plus, it's like you're coming back at the right time because I feel like around that time is when there's more going on here. Like it's nice out. Cracking. It's no longer raining. Yeah. Plus, we got the state fair, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, state fair's like all the way in August, but yes.
But yeah, you know, you got that time to spend it here with like your friends in town, you know.
Yeah, because I feel like because I'll be gone all of June. July is like I feel like the hottest, and then it kind of starts cooling a little bit, like down a little in August. Yeah. Not really, but a little bit more. Depends, because I feel like, you know, the years are weird, but it starts cooling down a little bit in August. And then, by like the end of August, I feel like it starts raining. So it's
Raining?
like annoying.
Really?
Yeah, because like my birthday's August 27, and like I feel like I always want to do like a party or whatever, and like it's always like raining, and like it's
27th? Yeah, it is. Huh?
Yeah.
What was 21? I swear you told me something about 21. No.
August 20, no.
I'm 27.
Yeah, my birthday's August 27. I changed this year. I'm just kidding. My birthday last year was the 27th, the 21st. I'm just kidding. No, yeah, it's always been the 27th.
Yeah.
That's why you have like the little 27 tattoo.
Yeah. I got a tattoo for him.
Yeah. She has a tattoo that says 27 right here, and she got it because of me.
Yeah, just because of him.
I'm kidding.
Well,
You would kiss my ass. I'm just kidding.
well, basically, I'm on the same thing. I have a couple trips planned.
I didn't even ask you, yeah, what are your plans for summer?
Damn.
I don't care about you.
I recently came back from Chicago 2 weekends ago. Such a blast. Love Chicago. We have to go, bro. Chicago's actually so fun.
No, I've been to Chicago.
Dude,
I love Chicago.
I know, and I never got to experience it this way because the times we went, when it was for a barber convention, and then it was sueños, and then a techno concert. And it was always like we're there for a reason, you know? So it's like go to the place, go back, go to the place, go back, maybe hit a bar. Yeah.
Oh.
And at those times I wasn't like of age too, so I couldn't even go out like that. True. But this time we actually like went out. We went to the concert. The reason why we went was for a concert. We went to Speakeasy after, went home, you know, had a couple drinks. The next day, drunk all day. It was a fucking blast. Yeah. Dude, when I tell you we went, got brunch. Our brunch was like, oh, the whole time. Yes. We were just on our third one, we're like,
Chicago's so much fun. Because I've also gone like to Chicago, and it's like, oh, I'll go with my family, you know? And it's like, yeah, it's fun, you know, pero no es igual. And then like we'll go
like with family?
Because then like we'll do like restaurants, or we'll do like, I don't know, like the swami or lo que sea, you know? A little more like touristy stuff. And then like once you go like with your friends, it's like, oh, you're drunk all day and you hit up the club, you hit up the bar, you wake up, eat a snack, drunk again.
Get back to it, yeah.
And I've never, one time I went for a concert, but like the times that I've gone, it was literally just like, just to go to Chicago. Like you're like, let's take a weekend trip to Chicago, and it's like a blast every single time.
It's so real what they say about Chicago. I've said this probably like 10 times.
What do they say?
I've probably said this like 10 times since I've been back. What? It is a mini New York. Dude, we walked out
I've never heard nobody say that.
I've heard a couple of people say that. We walked out of the hotel, people everywhere. You walk into like where the bridge is, the Trump Tower is, lleno de gente, like the whole like street.
I see it.
All the way up to where the beans are. Yeah, remember?
I see it. Yeah. I see it.
Same thing.
Because last time we went to New York was my first time going to New York. I would have to go to New York in the summer or like in the warmer weather just so I could compare it, because I feel like there wasn't that many people when we went to New York.
You think that wasn't nothing, bro? In the summer, the whole streets, like you're waiting for people to like cross the street for you to cross the street.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Yeah. No, because it was cold, so I feel like there was a lot of people, but not. I feel like it would be way more in the summer, obviously. But I can see it being a mini New York.
It was beautiful. I loved it. I actually do want to go back out there. This is traffic though. Like I honestly was not expecting it to be that much traffic out there.
How far did you guys stay from like downtown?
Literally like 20 minutes.
Oh,
we were actually no, we were downtown.
Oh, I was gonna say yikes.
Our like hotel was downtown. I'm saying 20 minutes because we walked to the Bean, drunk as hell.
Oh, see.
Yeah.
Oh.
It felt like 20 minutes.
I don't know.
No.
Well, I don't know, because like when we've gone, like we've always stayed downtown también.
Yeah. It already started. You should have let it go.
You're stopping.
You had to take like you're stopping the camera.
Okay.
I'm fucking dead.
I said, wait. Time stops and it's checked. Welcome back from our break.
Yes. As you can tell, we're a little shy just because this is our first time being in front of a camera. Something new to us.
No, I actually am like really shy. Like,
that's actually so surprising because you, as a person that I've like known for a couple years now that I've known you for a couple years, I don't find you to be like, getting intimidated or shy. And when you come off and you're like, oh, I'm shy, like I don't want to do that. I'm like,
yeah,
that's not the Leo I know.
yeah, no, and like, because it's self-diagnosed obviously, but I always say like I have like social anxiety, you know, like I'm like, no, like if we're like going in somewhere, like I'm like, no, like get tries, you know, like but then like once we get in there, I'm like, oh, like you know,
once you get in there, have a drink or two.
Yeah, like, after like
social anxiety has
left the building.
Yeah, fears him.
Yeah, fears me.
Yeah.
No, but like actually, like when we're going, even like I've been to the club like hundreds of times, you know, like even going into the club, I'm like, fuck, like yes, because I'm like, I don't know why, like I'll start sweating and I like sweat like a lot, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, yeah, and then
I never thought of you being that way.
Yeah, but it's only like literally like that, like getting in, and like once I get in, like I like, boom, like yeah,
like, this is my club.
Because I'm never really like intimidated by anybody, you know, like nobody.
Who scares me?
Yeah, nobody scares me.
Yeah.
What the fuck they gonna do to me? Like no, like actually though, like I don't feel like, but it's literally like a switch where it's like you know, because like leading up to that, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so scared. You know, like I'm like who's maybe not scared or like my kind of like anxious.
It's
or,
more like
nervous, you know, like who am I gonna see?
Like okay, let's go.
And then like, once like those doors, it's like.
I got it.
Let's go. Yeah.
I read this thing. I was watching this podcast, and it was a body language expert, and she was talking about a couple cues that people have, or that you should have to have competence. And one of them was the moment you walk in, you have to just acknowledge the fact that everybody is feeling something in that moment. So when you walk in, and let's say I walk in or you walk in, and I look up and I'm like, you recognize that, and you're like, why did she just give me that face? You know, like why is she like that? I'm doing my own thing. Like I could have gone up, like that could just be my resting bitch face. But that's the thing that she was explaining is like the moment you walk in and you see people look at you weirdly, even if it's at a party, the club, just a regular place, you just have to recognize that and be like, oh, she's just mad, and then walk in and like como que te da like confidence of like, oh, okay, like you're feeling this way, like I'm still walking in, you know.
I don't know where I've learned to be like, when I walk in somewhere, like I'm literally like, not to feel like that I'm better than you or anything, like I'm just looking above everybody, you know, like I'm not like making eye contact or anything until like, you know, like, or like unless I like run into you or like I'm greeting somebody, or I'm looking for somebody specific, you know, like let's say like you have a party at your house, you know, like I'm looking for you, you know, and then let's say, I don't know, like this plant comes up to say hi to me within the time that I'm looking for you, like, oh, hey, you know, that's sí. But like, I'm not, you know, like I'm literally looking for that one specific person. And I'm like, okay. Or like at the club, I'm not looking for anybody specific, you know, I'm looking for the bartender, like, where's the bar, you know, and I'm looking for like, you know, so it's like, it doesn't click to me that somebody's looking at me crazy or anything, you know, that's why, because even like I've been in situations where like, oh my God, like when I first saw you, like you look like bien mamon or like very stuck up, you know, and I'm like, because I'm literally like looking for one thing, and once I get to the like, when I get to the bar, then I'm like, okay, like let me relax, ver who's here, you know, like I'm like that.
It's funny you say that because somebody has actually told me, they're like, not that you look like a bitch, but you do give off like this different vibe of like, oh, should I approach or not? Because I just like, it's almost the same thing. I'm basically minding my own business, but on top of me minding my own business, it's like, there's so many people here, like what do I do, you know? It's like all in one, that it just creates like this very like resting bitch face. But in reality, they've told me like, after I met you, like we've talked, you're like
super cool,
super nice, and like sweet, you know. But in that moment, cuando me ves, I'm literally like, you know, the whole time make me laugh, bitch, I can't stop laughing.
Also too, like when we walk in, like I'm never really like by myself, so like I'm either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, you know, so I'm kind of focused on like, okay, like let me get my my chicklins in order, you know, like get like, you know what I'm saying, like let me get them to where we need to be, and then like once we get there, like hey, ya nos abrimos, or like whatever, you know.
Avengers. Avengers.
Literally, I'm like, let me get my kids in order, and then like, let's say we have a table at the club, you know, like okay, once we get to the table, entonces like, we can like look around or whatever, you know, but like until then, like, or unless you stop me, then like I'm on my mission. You know?
Speaking of clothes, what are like your rules, but really more like common sense and ethical things you do at the club when you're with friends. Like, I don't know how to explain it,
Elaborate.
but more like your own personal, like, oh, if we're going to the club together, we're leaving together type shit. Like, that type of stuff. Like,
yeah.
What are some of your, like, oh, we're not doing that again, you know, like, how do I explain that?
Kind of like your red flags.
I would say, like, red flags with either the people you went with or the people you met up with. Like, if you're going with people, for me, it's like, if I'm going with my homegirl, I'm leaving the place with my homegirl and I'm sticking with my homegirl the whole time. Yeah. Because when I go out with Leslie, it's like, I'm not about to go with someone else. Like, one is like, Leslie's my, like, best friend, so I'm sticking with her, you know? But it's also like, I'm acknowledging all these people, but I'm always with her, you know? That's like a thing for me. Like, I need to stay with the people I came.
Yeah, that's me too. Like, if we get there together, we leave together. Unless, like, okay, like, ya te conozco, and I'm like, okay, you like to leave, like, ya tú, you know? Like, I'm not going to be like, get your ass. Because you're, at the end of the day, you're grown as hell too, you know? But for the most part, like, but what would, like, kind of, like, turn me, like, you know, like, the wrong way or whatever, like, if me and you go out, you know, and then, like, we're supposed to be together, and then, like, I don't know, Joe, like, is like, hey, come to my table, you know, and you're like, okay, you know, which is fine, you know, but I probably won't go out with you again because it's like, but you left me.
Yeah, and that's another thing. For me, I could never, if I'm going out with you, bro, like, deep inside, I can be like, oh, I'll be right back, and then be back 20 minutes later. Yeah. Like, I think I'm just, like, so emotionally, like, connected with myself and people that I'm just so, like, I feel for you, and, like, I would not want to be in your spot where I just got left behind, you know? Like, because it's happened to me where I'm, like, left behind, and I'm like, what do I do? Like,
you're, like, you know, or, like, and I'm also, like, let's say and, like, my friend comes up and it's like, hey, like, come to the table. Like, I'm like, hey, I'm with my friend, you know? And then, like, oh, okay, you know, like, because there have been situations where they're like, oh, okay, you know, like, they don't say no, like, or, you know, but they're like, oh, and then I'm like, we'll just stay at the bar, or, like, así, you know? But I'm not going to be like, oh, pues me invitó a mí, tú quédate aquí en la barra, and, like, I'll be back, you know? It's like, ¿qué traes, you know? Like, it's either we both go or we both stay. Like, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, or if you need to go to the bathroom, like, I'll make sure somebody goes with you, or I'll go with you, which I hate going to the bathroom. I hate going to the bathroom at the club.
I have to go once. That's it. One time, and that's it. After that, it's like, bitch, I need to hold it in because I can't.
True. I'll give you one time. One time where I'm like, you can go to the bathroom, you know, because, like, I know
you're allowed.
You're allowed one time.
Only pass. One time.
Before we get into the club, I give you the one-time pass, and then it's like, okay,
if you need this, you have it once.
No, but because I know I hate going to the bathroom, but, like, a veces, like, no me aguanto, you know, so I'm like, okay, like, so I give you one pass. But, like, when it's like, okay, again, I'm like, bro, like, I'm missing, like, you know, we already get there so late, so it's like me missing, like, even just, like, 20-30 minutes of being in the bathroom, it's, like, annoying because it
especially because these bathrooms be so damn long, you know?
The line, or, like, girls just like, oh my God, like, you know, like, you're already tipsy and, like, you're talking to, like,
that's why I feel like I choose to be like, hey, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna use the bathroom. You don't need to come with me. Like, I know where you're at. Just stay here, do your thing. I'll be back, you know? Yeah.
But then you also have to peep, like, okay, like, my friends kind of fucked up. Like, ni modo que
that's a different story. That's a different story. But if my friends were good, like, yo, I'm gonna be back real quick. Or obviously, like, if my homegirl's, like, too far gone, I'll be like, oh, we're going to the bathroom. You know.
Or and I'll ask you too. Like, if you tell me, like, hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I'm like, hey, you want me to go? And you're like, no. I'm like, are you sure? You know. And then, like, I kind of, like, make the judgment, like, okay, se puede ir sola, you know, or whatever. But like you said, like, coming together, leaving together. You know. That's my one thing. And then me personally, like, I always like to be, like, the one to, even though I'm, like, fucked up, like, I feel like I'm always, like, the one, like, one step above it. Like, you know? Yeah. Not above, but, like, I'm.
Como que tienes your senses
like,
still.
I'm, like,
you still got them.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be fucked up, but I'm still, like, there where I'm like, okay, if I need to snap out of it, like, you know? And then, like, once in a while, that's why, like, I don't feel bad. Like, when I go out and I'm, like, fucked up, you know, like, fucked up, and they're like, oh my God, you were throwing up, or like, oh my God, I hate throwing up, and I very rarely throw up, but, like, the times I do, or, like, are you blacked out or whatever, like, I don't feel bad because I'm like, oh, like, because I just take care of everybody else, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I get the one time a year, like, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I always feel like I'm like I said, like I need my chicklins in order. Like, you know, I'm like, okay, where the girls at? You know, like, okay, no, you're coming with me, you know, or like whatever.
I'm definitely the same way, because if I feel like I'm going out with friends who I know like they drink a little, I have to stay a little up here and like actually like be conscious and like recognize certain things, because fuck, like I would hate to be in a position where I have somebody else taking care of me, you know.
Yeah, I know, that's why I'm like,
I just get scared. I think it's more like a safety thing for myself, that I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
And like you say, like you get your once a year thing.
Yeah.
I have gotten my once a year thing, and I can't get drunk again like that.
Really?
Yeah,
no,
it happened New Year's.
But no, I feel like, I don't know, like it's not like my once a year thing and like I can't get drunk anymore. It's literally like, it just happens, you know? Because like, and it kind of, for me, it always happens usually like when I'm like day drinking into like night drinking, and I'm just like so fucked up.
But it's like one of those things that como que te trauma in the moment. Because low-key, mine was New Year's. I got like too gone, you know, like this was the first time I've ever blacked out.
Really?
Woke up at the house, I was like, changed and everything. I'm like, what the hell happened? You know?
Yeah. But I feel like
that's why I'm like, for me, it's for real. It's like a one-time thing, because can't go through that again.
I don't know. For
I'm
me,
also like, I'm a little girl.
I'm just a little girl. You're a grasshopper.
Yeah.
You're also young
Can't
too.
handle.
Yeah. No, you're also young too, but also like you keep saying like the New Year's, you know, like that every time you like bring that up, and I'm like, but like I feel like everybody just kind of forgot about it, you know. So like it's just you in your head, and you're like, fuck, like I embarrassed myself. You
Whole
know?
time
like,
he was fucked up.
no, I was drinking and stuff, but I wasn't fucked up, you know, because we still went to the next spot.
I keep forgetting. Yes.
So that, but I'm saying like, where it's like you're in your head and you're like, I embarrassed myself, but everybody's like so over it. Like they're not even thinking about you. Like, oh, remember
like they see
New
me and
Year's,
like,
you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, they're like, oh, it's that way. Like, or whatever, you know, like they're not thinking about New Year's. And that's what I kind of like told myself too. Is like when you get home and you're like, oh my God, qué vergüenza. Like, wait, what was I doing?
You actually made a point like this last time. We were talking about, you're at the club, everybody's drunk. Como que no te importa, like everyone's gonna go home, like forget about it, because that's what happens to you. You go home, forget about it.
Yeah, because like literally, like I'll be at the club and I'll see somebody like drunk as fuck, and I'm like, oh my God, like qué traes, you know? But then like the next weekend I see them again, and I'm like, I totally forgot you were drunk as fuck last week, you know? But like when it happens to me, I'm like, oh damn, God, like that's so embarrassing. Like the next day, my stomach is turning like qué vergüenza. What was I doing? Everybody's thinking about this one moment that they saw me drunk as fuck, but like everybody has, they're living their own life, they're doing their own thing, you know, they're not worried about you being drunk, you know. You like maybe like 2-3 weeks down the road, or like 6 months, they're like, oh my God, remember you were like so drunk last time we were here?
That's how I met you.
Yeah, or something like that.
I met you in the bush.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like something like that, but nobody's like the next weekend, like, get traes, you're out here again and you were just drunk as fuck last weekend, you know? Unless it's every single time I see you and you're blackout drunk every single time, then I'm like, okay, like get traes, you know? And like that's where I draw the line too. It's like where
like who you're going out with.
Who I go out with. Like I'll go out with you, but like every like 1, 2, 3 times I'm like, okay, it's that way. Like she gets drunk every single time, so it's kind of like, I don't know, like I don't want to drink out, like you know, go out to drinks with you, or like we can just go drink at the house, like where you're not acting a fool, or like you're not trying to fight anybody, you know, like we know our limits, you know, like at home. Yeah. And then so like that's where we draw the line. But like
I'm kind of glad we don't drink at home though, because for me, I don't care. I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah. If we're drinking at the house, like I'm too comfortable, then I'm just gonna be like deuces and knock out somewhere. That's why every time
I don't like drinking at home, just because like when I drink I'm like,
oh, see, because you're like, I'm in a good place.
Like, I'm trying to wag my tail, you know? So like, let's go to the club. Let's hit the bar real quick. Even if it's like the last 30 minutes, like I just want to get it out of my chest, you know? Like, where's the after party, you know? So like, that's why I don't like drinking at home, you know? Unless it's like a party, you know? Like, you know, Mexicans or whatever, like they have parties or whatever. And it's like, okay, like, see, you can keep drinking, you can keep having fun, you know? But like, for me to like sit at home with like 2-3 friends and just drink and get drunk, I'm like casi no me gusta, you know? And I'm like,
I don't think I could do that just because, like I told you, it's just not my thing. I would have to go out and be in a place where the music is going.
Yeah.
Everyone's like on the same level. Like we're having fun, you know?
Yeah. And then also to like, I've noticed with me, I don't know if anybody else, but like, I'll be home and like for pre-games, you know, like in the car or at home and like we're pre-gaming before the club. Like a veces I'm like, fuck, like no me entra el shot, you know, I'm like, and at the club, agarro la botella like, click, and they're like, chaser, like get the fuck out my face with that chaser shit, you know, but I'm at home or like pre-gaming in the car and I'm like, chaser, like, you know, like please give me the chaser, or like I'm not taking the shot if we don't got a chaser, you know, or like, but when I get to the club, I'm like, oh yeah, chaser police, you know, so it's like the adrenaline or something in me.
You also had mentioned that how being drunk is also like a situational thing. If you're at a bar with people you don't vibe like that, you're not gonna feel it.
Oh, for sure.
You put me on that. I low-key started seeing it. I'm like, that makes so much fucking sense.
No, for sure. Because like even like, I don't know, just there's been times where the same people, you know, like the exact same people. I go out with like the same like 5-6 people, you know, every single time. Maybe it's 3, maybe it's 2, but it's always the same circle. But there's been times where I like no me entra, you know, like I'm not vibing, where I'm like, I'll have 1 drink, 2 drinks maybe, like you guys can have fun, you know. And even like I've like met people where like, let's go out for drinks, you know, and I'm like, okay, and I'm not vibing, but I'm taking 8 tequila Red Bulls back to back. This specific situation, I had literally 8 tequila Red Bulls, like I see like back to back, but I just was not vibing with that person, where like I literally was like, okay, like we can leave now, and they're like, are you good, like do you need to get an Uber? I was like, I'm sober, like I mean technically I wasn't sober, you know, but I was like, I'm good, like I'm not even I think it's also just your
tolerance is just so like
we're not gonna talk about that part. No, but you know what I'm saying. Maybe not 8 tequila Red Bulls, but like let's say like 4 of whatever you like to drink, you know, and you're like, oh, by this time I'm buzzing, you know, and like you're not vibing with that person. You're like, oh, I can do 4 more, like because I'm not vibing, I'm not buzzing, you know.
Shit, it could be I'm not vibing. I'm
gonna go to sleep, really. Cuando no te entras too, like it's like no te entra, you know? And I don't force myself.
Chicago, we were just like, we were drinking all day, like mimosas up to going out. We were drunk all day. We took a nap at one point, woke up, we're like, let's get it again. We're taking shots like at the club and everything. Nothing. Like,
oh yeah, like when
it just was not hitting.
Yeah, no, I've had those situations too where I'm like,
and we're like, the music is good, like we're all hyped up, but why aren't these hitting?
And there's been situations también when you're like, bro, did they mix this shit with water? Because there's no way I'm not lit. It's like, ¿qué traes?
We had gone to the mine, right, that Saturday. I hope I'm not showing my outfit.
I saw them earlier.
Yeah. I'm gonna have you shaved before me later. We're at the mine. I had ordered 2 shots of mezcal, or I think it was 2 or 1.
Mezcal is crazy.
I love mezcal. Mezcal is really good. Yeah. I think it just goes down so quick.
Really?
But I had ordered shots.
I'm a tequila kind of girl.
Tequila is good too, but I had gotten put on to mezcal before tequila, and I was like,
I feel like
this is good.
Mezcal's but then tequila too earthy for me.
Entered the picture, huh?
Tequila, mezcal's too earthy for me.
Too earthy?
Like como que el sabor, you know, like I'm like,
yeah. I don't know, but whatever. We ordered a shot. Not that I'm broke.
Not that we're pinching pennies here.
Tap. The guy gives me the thing, and I'm like, oh, let me get it. He's like no. He sets it down. So I'm like this. He like grabs something. He's like vibing, looking the other way. It shows inefficient funds. It only charged like 60-something cents. I'm like, clicking the buttons, and it eventually goes away. I'm like taking my shot. I'm like, let's go.
I'm cracking up.
I paid 69 cents for that drink.
How much was it originally?
I don't know what. That's so funny. It was the mine, so it had to be expensive, you know, for 2 shots.
I don't know, but because
each
time we went there, like it was always like, I mean,
I don't know, but you know, but yeah, but it was like I paid like cents for these 2 shots or 1. I can't remember. But then the next day or the following days, we were like doing cuentas. And not that we're like doing cuentas for the shots we paid. It was more like the Uber, the food we had ordered. But I was just looking at my transactions. I'm like, 69 cents at the mine? I'm like, wait. I thought it was the other way around, where I had paid what I had to pay, and I didn't pay the 60-something cents. And I was like,
oh, like through
yeah,
the
yes.
Oh,
So I was like, hey, I saved some money.
I'm so done. That's
But
funny.
that guy became so clutch. He literally turned around like right away. Like, así
like,
haciéndose el
sin nada,
bobo, como
yeah.
que si estaba bailando.
He probably didn't notice.
Maybe
and
not.
And then like he was like, and then you're like long gone in the distance. He literally turns around. He's like, and you're like, you're waving in the back, like running away.
I literally just said, run. She's like, I need a life. I need a life.
Like, you don't get a life, bitch, run. You pushing her. I'm dead. I was gonna say, off a few drinks, I'm like, run the card, run the card, run the card.
Yeah, we had this,
and I get home and I'm like,
yeah.
Vete la verga,
I don't know if I can say this, but Sunday, that birthday, where we just like hopped around places. We started at one place. We didn't go together. We were gonna go together, but we didn't end up together. But whatever. We met up. We ended up together. We go there together or separate. With my friends dancing, see him, he's dancing, like we're vibing. Whatever, we go our own ways. I'm partying with my friends. We end up at Tom's Watch Bar. This man comes up. I'm like, oh yeah, we're here, pull up. Like, todo así faded, you know. He pulls up and I'm just like, oh, like this and that. Like, I'm at the point where my head is just boom, boom, like pounding from too much. And he's like, waiter. The next day he goes, bro, I don't even know how much I spent.
No, it was crazy, like the amount, like, because we had went out for brunch and that was just a bill in itself. Like, and then, like I said, we're not pinching pennies, you know, but it was literally like one. Then we went to another spot. We were like getting drinks. I didn't go with her, but I went with my friend. We were getting drinks, and then we met up at on the Tom's Watch Bar, and then that was another bill. And then plus we went to another spot after that, like, and that was another bill, you know. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck? You know? And I was like, I mean,
the next day we're just like we're like debriefing the whole thing, and he's like,
I'm like, damn, like, no way I spent this much on one day, you know, because like, whatever. But I was like, I feel like money comes and goes, you know. So it's like I was like, I had fun, so I'm like, whatever, I'll be broke, I guess, for the next, you know. But I'm like, no, like, I'm not gonna complain about it, you know, because I did have fun and like,
dude, that day was so fun. I think that's probably gonna be like my highlight of the year, one of the highlights, like top 10 5 moments, you know.
We did have a lot of fun. Because that night, like, even that guy, he like fell out of the window. Remember?
Oh my god, yes.
This guy was like trying to leave, and he was like, I don't know. I guess he was like,
bye.
He literally, but like, I don't know if he thought it was the door or que vergas, but like literally like.
He probably thought there was a step.
Or something, but like literally like, his body was like on the fucking sidewalk, bro. Like, because I had seen it like and I also like, because I don't know what I thought he was doing, and I caught it because I like seen him like going that way, like in the corner of my eye, you know, and then I looked and he like fell, and I was like, no way, he just fell, you know, and like nobody was doing anything. Like,
you know what? Do you know who he was too? He was one of the people who were hosting that event. Because he had come up to our table, took off his shades. He's like, hi guys, we're blah, blah, blah. Like, we're here, this and that. We do these events. Funny. He like even gave us a thing.
That's so funny.
And then Jose like had sent me his Instagram, was like, this was the guy. I'm like, bro, no way. That's the guy the guy who came up to us at the table. Yeah.
But was that like a honest mistake, or was he like fucked up?
I don't know, maybe. Because, bro, those mimosas were going. On top of that, like, tal vez estaban tomando otras cosas, but it was...
Bro, it was literally 2 p.m. Yeah. And this man was falling out the window. He stayed there like, I'm like, there's no way he just fell. And nobody was doing anything for like 30 seconds. And then everybody's like, wait, he just fell out the window. Yeah. And like, that's when they, like, I think ambulance came. I'm just kidding. No, they didn't. But shut up.
So, guys. Sorry, let me start.
We're just a bunch of chatterboxes.
Yeah, we could go on and on about whatever.
Literally.
But yeah, like this episode was just to, you know, introduce you guys to the co-host, Leo. He's going to be joining us in a lot of episodes. There are going to be a couple where he isn't in because it's more barber talk, and that's more catered to me.
The host.
But yes, I'm so excited to have you here and
Yes,
like
I'm
actually be part of this.
excited.
Yeah.
I'm honored
I was
to be
telling
your co-host.
I'm glad you're honored, dude. I was telling my client, I was like, dude, like the podcast, like editing and all that is so much work. But in the moment when you're doing it, it's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Well, it's like,
aftermath too, like
it's
you're
so
out here
cliche
talking.
to say, but it's like time flies when you're having fun.
Yes,
So like
yes.
we're literally here for like 3 hours or whatever, and then like
Yeah.
you have to edit, so like it's annoying, but
Yeah.
like you said,
But it's really fun. Yeah.
Well,
Thank you guys for watching another episode of In Between Cuts. Catch us next time when, I don't know, when we get into something juicier.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think, well, we have a lot of stuff planned, so like topics and stuff. We might like open it up to like you guys and like a poll or something, and be like, hey, like, what do you guys want to hear us talk about, or like, topics of conversation that you guys like want our opinion of, something like that.
We want to do a lot of asking you guys questions too, so we can answer them, and it's also like getting your opinions on certain things. We had an episode that actually got ruined because of the audio. I'm not going to talk about that, but we did actually like ask questions that came from you guys, and it was nice to like answer that and then like talk about it. Get our own like POV on that. Like input. Yeah. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.
I'll see you.